surprised to see Stolarz backing up Game 7. Like,
Oh,
that one came out of the blue for me.
It was a stunner because we go to morning skate at Game 7. He doesn't even have a stall. He doesn't participate in morning skate. Now, maybe he skated out in the practice facility, but Hildeby and Murray were right there. He had never had a team practice. It was just solo work with Curtis Sanford. What if Joseph Wall, tweaked a knee in the first period? You're throwing in a guy that's pretty cold. I was a little surprised. Now, he said it's because he was good to go. I wonder if there was a little bit of emotion for the boys. Hey, look who's back in the locker room all of a sudden. We're going out here. I wonder if maybe that was a bit of it, or just Berube would rather an unpracticed Stolarz over his other options.
Honestly, if it was that emotional part that you're talking about, I would have put him in at 3-0.
It's not an unreasonable point. He's there. Maybe put him in.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
Didn't happen.
Change the momentum, something. Yeah. I mean,
listen,
I felt like over once they got to 2.
I know you're
right.
Look,
I'm not sure how much you've caught earlier in our show, but our Sammy McKee made a plea that he didn't think that there was enough sincerity from the players to, I don't know if I'm putting words in your mouth, but almost apologize to the fans.
Well, did you more like just recognize what the fans have been through over the last little bit?
Did you get a sense that, people might be looking for that, or they were going out of their way to avoid it? What were your overall vibes on that connection?
I feel like the fans are looking for some of that. And I feel like the lack of that, not just today, but over the course of years, has created this really strange and, to me, very unnecessary divide between the players and the people who adore them. I hate the word noise, the outside noise. Let's replace that with caring. Imagine you said every time, we're trying to ignore the caring. We're trying to block out the caring.
People are too interested.
How would that go over? Because that's what the noise is. It's people who are talking about your team.
Hold on for a second. Hold on for a second. Can me and you spend 5 minutes on social media? And can I show you clips of what you call caring?
There's some hate caring going on.
Yeah.
Really,
sure,
really. Like, I know what you're trying to say, but it's vicious out there for some of them and their families.
Yes, I recognize that.
Okay.
But I think those are some bad vocal apples. Like, I talk to Leaf fans every day of my life. A lot of them just want to debate different things that are going on with the team, signings, how are they playing, can they win? They just kind of love them unconditionally. For sure, online is a dangerous place to go, Nick. But I agree. There is some criticism out there, but I think by and large, a lot of it is people who are supporting the team, that are investing their money in really expensive tickets.
Maybe they should just address them only.
Yeah. Separate those other people somehow. So you said Tavares mentioned that he's positive about the potential of another contract. What do you think that hinges on?
Well, let's see who's running the team first.
Okay, good point.
Yeah, and then go from there. And I think a lot of it will be how much is he willing to bend. Mm-hmm. We know he'll take a little bit less, but Steven Stamkos wanted to stay. But there comes a point where there's a pride in the dollar figure you accept. Yeah. He wants to stay. His family's here. He's made it very clear. But even someone who wants to stay has set.
Why don't you take the minimum then and just leave it all to getting a defenseman?
That's what I'm saying. He's not Jason Spezza, right?
37-year-old.
He scored 38 last year.
38.
Joe Pavelski scored 36 or something at his age and got 3 times 7 the next year.
Anyways, hey, we got all week to debate that. Luke, we got to go, buddy. Sammy's waving me off like an 0-2 fastball right now.
Okay. See you
Thanks
guys.
for joining us, eh?
Thanks, Luke.
Luke Fox from Sportsnet.ca. But we were sat here and said, what are we going to talk about? And it's like,
we could have done a 3-hour show. I have so many more things.
Well, good. We got another hour tomorrow.
Quickly, before we gotta go. People say really mean stuff online about every walk of life.
Oh, God, yeah.
Like that's, I mean, being like, oh, they're mean on Twitter the least, they're mean on Instagram the least. Every single player on every single fan base, that's a big one, gets the exact same stuff. So it's not unique to Toronto.
All right.
And there's meanies everywhere.
All right.
There's
Called a
meanies
loser
everywhere.
booze bag today.
They're all your friends, Sammy.
Buddy, my DMs are a
It's
wasteland.
right.
Wasteland. Anyways.
Okay. We're going to take another crack at it tomorrow on Leaf Edition
All right.
Oh, do we have
to solve something.
Yes, we do.
In the meantime, let's go national next with Steve Valiquette, analyst for the Rangers, CEO ClearSight Analytics. I can't wait to hear his numbers, the data. Tell me, useful or useless? Next on Real Kipper and Bourne. We are national on the Real Kipper and Bourne show. We are live on Sportsnet 650 in Vancouver, Sportsnet 960 in Calgary. This hour of Real Kipper and Bourne brought to you by Bet365. Nick Kiprios, Justin Bourne, Sammy McKee in a few minutes. It's Tuesday, which means Steve Valiquette, analyst for the New York Rangers on MSG, also CEO of ClearSight Analytics. Some I like, some I don't like, but somehow, some way, he always hooks me in on the numbers.
Yeah. I don't know if you remember, but the other day we were talking about Bobrovsky and his shootout, his breakaway save percentage. We were basically, I was saying, I think this guy's really good on breakaways. Florida gives up a pile of breakaways. It turns out Bob's not that great at it. Valley sent me a very thoughtful video to explain it to me, like the plebe that I am. And it's incredible the data this guy has. The amount of things you can click.
It does help when fourth liners are taking the breakaway.
It's Lawton. It's Lorenz. It's breakaway season.
The Forsling back check on Lorenz when it seemed like it was, he took 2 strides and caught up to Lorenz, gets the stick in there, doesn't let him get a good shot away. Like it was.
Are you talking about the one game 7 that he shot into Bob? Because there's also the Lorenz.
Not the Lorenz. The Lorenz one was a clean shoot into the chest.
Right, but he also had one earlier in the series that I thought maybe you're talking
about. But no, the one that Lawton had, Forsling got back on the back check and disrupted him enough so he couldn't elevate it or whatever. God, Forsling's such a good player.
He made a good play on a Willie breakaway.
And on Lawton, I think, too.
Oh, and Lawton.
Yeah.
Not Lorenz. Okay.
No, Lawton on the back check.
Stanley Cup Conference. Just 4 teams left.
And shout out to our own Mark Spector, who noted that in the last 3 years, that means there's 12 spots in the Final Four, right?
Yeah.
10 of those have gone to these 4 teams.
Really? Yeah.
So it's Dallas's 3 straight years. Edmonton's been there 3 or 4 times.
And Carolina
3 times. Florida. Wow.
And that starts tonight, game 1, Florida Panthers at Carolina Hurricanes, 8 p.m. Eastern on Sportsnet. And already Matthew Tkachuk's pissing people off.
What do you do?
You sent a tweet about the room.
Yeah, the room. The media